Moving on from Nigeria, we'll be heading down to their eastern neighbor, a region I like to call the highland/forest region of Cameroon. Most of this region was centered in the English-speaking parts of the country, so what is highlighted in red. However, this region also stretched into the west and littoral regions and a smidgen of the more northern portion of the Adamawa region of today's Cameroon. And this region holds many types of people groupings, although many of them claim one of these four identities. Bamu, an identity which created one of the largest empires in the region. Bamileke, which over 90 different ethnic groups subscribe to. Tikar, which I'm sure many people have heard of in the Americas, especially if you took the African ancestry DNA test. And the Sawa peoples, who are not considered grasslands people, but coastal peoples, their home being closer to Douala. Many of them migrated from the northern Nigerian-Cameroon border, or Gabon-Congo areas if they were Sawa, and once they arrived they established several small-scale societies headed by earth priests, which quickly turned into more centralized states in the grasslands, headed by kings known as Fons, who were selected by secret male societies. This phenomenon didn't really carry over to the coastal areas and they stayed decentralized. Like most parts of Atlantic Africa, life here was agrarian, with women doing most of the farming, and was heavily intertwined with the land of the dead, with replicas like this intertwining the two worlds. When it came down to economic viability, with the exception of the Efik and Ajagam, trans-Saharan routes were the way to go, with those in the grasslands serving as middlemen, selling things such as cola nuts, ivory, metalworks, fish, cloths, and beads to states like Canam, Borno, and beyond. This would all change though when the Portuguese arrived in the area around the 15th century, making nice with the peoples along the coast, notably the Douala and the Subu, allowing for wealth to be more concentrated in the coastal areas. Initially, most of this wealth wasn't derived from selling enslaved people. Their wealth was mostly derived from selling ivory, palm oil, redwood peppers, and yams. However, after 1760, Britain needed to expand slave trading enterprises due to newly acquired islands in the Caribbean, with Cameroon being a British slave export until 1807, and Spain and Portugal carrying on until 1838. During this time frame, many from the grasslands were accused of being stubborn children, being spiritually malevolent, and caught up in inter-warfare between each other and the Fulani, were sold to middlemen in the city-states of Cameroon, as well as Old Calabar in today's Nigeria. Many of those victimized in the grasslands being the Tikar, Banyangi, Bakosi, and the coastal Bakweri, and the Isubu. Many of these people going to the British Caribbean, Cuba, Brazil, Martinique, and even Sierra Leone as repatriates.